Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Create. It's Sunday, so I've got a haul video for you. I've actually got quite a lot and I'm going to film them back to back. So here's the first one. I've kind of categorized them. So this one's all like vintage sort of fabrics and doilies and things. So we've got our first one there, nice little blue one. I like this size because they fit nicely round the spine of a book. I do like that look. 50p, as you can see. Oh, that rhymes, doesn't it? 50p, as you can see. So yeah, like that one. Liked it that it was a different colour. And then I got a little pinky one as well. That must have been 50p as well. Yeah, that's my favourite one. Number 87, vintage and retro. It's right near a couple of streets away. You know, I go there often. So that is the two wee ones that I got. And then I got this. How beautiful is that? I really like that. So I thought I did think that it could be a cover, except it's quite large. But it could be two covers maybe. Or I could put it round four. I could just cut bits out. Anyway, I'll probably think of a way of using it. £1.50. Just letting you know how cheap as chips. Well, I'm assuming that's cheap as chips where I live, but how beautiful is that? Really like it. And then I got this. I haven't opened this. This was a bit more. This was £3, but it's an 8-piece set. I might, there's no might about it. You're doing it, Jez. I'm going to take it out because let's have a look at them. Bit of black paper I might use as well, but nothing wasted. Yeah, I did deliberate about this. I went, oh, there's £8, but then I went, oh, there's 8 things, Jez. So in the other shop, I'd have probably paid, you know, well, less than 50p for each of these little ones. So what have we got? So we've got, oh, yeah, I'd have easily paid 50p for each of these. That would have been £1. That would have been £2. Yeah, these would have probably been clumped together for £1. So yeah, it is about the same price, Jez. So I think bargain. There are probably people here watching me going, Jez, my goodness, how cheap's that? You're so lucky. Yeah, I know. So this is, oh, I quite like that black as well, this black paper. So yeah, oh, these staples are annoying. I do have one of them things, those claw things for staples. I have no idea where it is, but they're cute. So that could go around a mini journal. I'm actually making one right now that I might use that for. So I'm going to chuck that on the floor next to where that one is. There we go. So I am in the middle of making a journal and I'm doing the video for it. Yeah, so you'll see that very soon. I've been doing a lot of videos this week in between everything else that I have to do. I feel like not achieved much this week, but I have started writing down a list of things I've actually done. It was somebody else's suggestion who said to make a ta-da list, you know, when you sort of sit down at the end of the day and think, what have I actually done today? And it's like, well, write down, you know, and things like, see, that's lush. That will look lovely on the spine of a book. Are they two the same? Yeah. Yeah, so, and it's like some days just getting out of bed, that's an achievement, isn't it? Making your bed, that's an achievement. I do manage most days to make my bed. I'm saying most days because I don't. There are a couple of days when I haven't, just because I've been really busy and it's like, oh, I just can't be asked. So can't be bothered, soz. Yeah, so it, you know, it maybe hasn't happened, but most days it does. I even cooked lunch the other day from scratch. Well, actually, James had cut up the potatoes into wedges. So it was supposed to be our tea the night before, but I went to see a friend on Wednesday late afternoon and we ended up going out. So a bit impromptu. So we never actually had that. So James just went, well, I'll have something else for my tea and then we can have that for lunch. So that's a nice little haul there for £3 English. And you know, I'll use that as well. So that was that. Here's another one. That's the back, Jez. I loved these daisies. So a bit of me that thought these would be nice. That would be a nice little pocket, wouldn't it, or something? I just liked this. Take little elements to place. I want to use fabric a bit more, so that's why I sort of forced myself to buy this little lot. And it just so happened, I don't know, a bit like glimmers. You've heard of glimmers? When you see things to be grateful for when you're walking around, like the birds and the butterflies and the feathers, that once you start looking for things, you see them all the more. Like when I bought my new car, it seemed that every other car on the road was that make. So once I started thinking I'm going to buy more things like this, like every time I went in a charity shop, there was one. So this one was £1.25. That's not bad, is it? And then I got this. This was £2.50, which I kind of went, oh, I'm not really sure that I want to spend that amount. But, oh, I hadn't realised that. It's a great big, massive, like 2 foot square pillowcase. Just dropped my scissors. But I like that. That bit there is gorgeous. But this lace is what I really liked. And I thought, actually, that's like 8 foot of this. No. So 3 foot's nearly a metre. So that's like 2.5 metres, isn't it? That I've got there, roughly. 2 yards. That would be 6. No, a yard and nearly 2 yards. So £1.25 a yard. I'd have paid that for this gorgeous looking lace. Just lovely. And then I've got all this cotton fabric, which I can use for lining journal covers. That's really soft as well. So I did actually think that, you know, sometimes when people do a flip through of a journal, they lay something beautiful like this down and they do the flip through on something pretty. So I thought maybe I could do that. And then this is the last one. Now this one, I proper pushed the boat out. Look at the price on that. Look at it's not about the price tag. Yeah, it was £5.50. I kind of went, oh, do I really want this? It is massive. It's circular. So it is a proper circular tablecloth. So it's huge. Absolutely huge. So it's like, if I broke this down into 4, that it would have been like £1.15 each or whatever. And I'd have definitely paid that for something that size. So we've got, again, this sort of like cotton lace stuff all the way around. And there's yards and yards of it because it's a big circular sort of tablecloth. And then you've got these bits. How gorgeous is that? And so that's all the way around it, all the way around the edging. And then you've got these bits. And then look at this. Here we go, into the middle. It then does that. How lovely is that? I need to come up with some ideas of using this. I think I might take it to, I'm going to the Rachel Bella Craft Retreat in 2 weeks. 2 weeks today. I'll be on my way. That rhymes as well, doesn't it? I'll probably be there, actually. You will be there. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, Jez. You'll definitely be there. Yeah, so I might take it to get others to give me an idea. I'll make sure they don't come at me with scissors and nick any. Although it might be a bit generous. But There's just so many little bits. I just love it. Absolutely love it. And then going into the centre, you've got this bit. So this really would be very, very pretty to have on my desk when I'm flip throughing a journal, showing you with flip through, innit? I do like it. So, yeah. If you've got some ideas of how I could use this, I mean, initially I'm thinking I'll just cut out all this lace. I'll just use these bits in some way, shape or form. Possibly a journal cover or two out of some sections. But yeah, if you've got some great ideas, well, I'm sure you've got great ideas, then I'd love to hear them in the comments of what you might do with something like this. So that is my first of several hauls that I'm about to film, and yeah, so I hope you like that, and I'll be back in the week with something crafty, using some of these. Well, you're going to see this on the Sunday, and I've actually scheduled already what I'm doing crafty wise after that, so it'll be weeks before you see anything with these. That's just the way I roll. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you on Wednesday with a video. Bye bye.